Yo, yo. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, man. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. Welcome in, everybody. Alrighty, you guys. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's have a good morning this morning. Go ahead and post this on Twitter. We will go ahead and get going here, guys. Alrighty. Happy Friday. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. Do the damn thing, man. Let's see what economic data we have for the day here. Don't worry, you guys, I'm going to zoom in as well. Make sure this is all zoomed in for you guys. Today is what? September 22nd. Where are we at here? Okay, here we go. So today is Friday, September 22nd. Today we do have some economic data. That is going to be at 9:45 a.m. So this is the start of our day here. Pretty much off the open. We do have a Fed speaker at 8:50. I don't want to put too much thought into that because it's not really a valuable speaker. I know some people do, but I personally don't. I don't really care, to be honest. Never have I seen a big reaction off of Lisa Cook speaking. So unless something changes today, I'm not too worried about her speaking. My focus point in terms of economic data is going to be this PMI composite flash. That is at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you guys are keeping an eye out for that. But outside of that, we're good to go. Market looks very good, and we're about to break everything down right now. Before we get started here, can everybody hear and see clear? Everybody's good to go? Very simple economic day. We have 9:45 a.m. data. So make sure you guys set a little alarm beforehand or whatever the case may be. Keep yourself mindful during that time. But yeah. Let's do a little poll real quick. Make sure everybody can. Everybody's good to go here. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bing, bada boom, bada bing. How's everybody doing on this beautiful Friday? Oh wow, okay, that's cool. Alrighty, let me get everything set up here. Almost done. Cool. Alright, we got a lot to go over this morning. I'm pretty much like 50% done with my watch list. It's about 8:45 right now. I want to be done by like 9:15. So, well, really before that, like 9 o'clock really. So we got like solid 15 minutes. Give me 1 second and we'll get started. What's up, Joe? Glad you're doing well, man. Also, I'm gonna make up that Sunday live. I'm probably gonna do another live this weekend. I plan on doing a video regarding trade teller. So, I plan on doing that very soon. If you guys would like to see my week so far, this has been one of the best weeks I've had in terms of execution. Very happy about this trading week. Very happy about this trading week. This is my week so far. Nothing absolutely crazy. I'm up like 3.4k. With Weeble, I'm up like 6k, but nothing crazy this week. But I'm very happy in the manner we executed this week. Awesome. So let's get into the charts. First things first, let's talk about SPY and QQQ. They are an absolute huge make or break points. This is where it's time to shit or get off the pot, right? We are at this massive uptrend support, right? This is called structured. This is where the market changed directions and to continue a direction or to reverse, right? So if you look here, this is the decision point, right? This is a massive resistance that held for over a year. Well, not a year, about 8 months. Broke, held. Here we are retesting again. This is the line in the sand. This is going to be 430. For above 430, today I'm likely going to look for a long entry, right? I'm going to look for a bounce off that 430 level. I'm going to look for a break and hold above yesterday's high for the gap fill into 440. I'm going to be looking for long entries today if we're holding this 430 level, right? If we happen to break this 430 level, it's to the floodgates, right? Our next big level is down here at this 415, 418 area. So there's a lot of value in this area in terms of the market. This is like the decision point, right? Where it's time to shit or get off the pot. Either the market's going to reverse from here, continue to the upside, or we're going back down to the next support, which is about 418, 415, right? Monthly chart, I think still looks pretty good. Weekly chart is starting to get a little bearish here, especially with that sweep of last week's low. Daily chart is in fact very, very bearish, but we are sitting at that major structure. So that's going to be my focus point for the day. That level is going to be 430, 429.50. That's what I'm going to be watching today. If we pull back, right, let me show you guys a scenario on here on SPY. So first things first, let me mark this top of the gap fill. So the top of the gap fill on SPY is going to be 436, right? So this is what I'm going to be watching to happen today. Two things, right? First thing is a pullback into this 430 area for a bounce. That's my first watch. Second, it's going to be a break and hold above this 436 for that daily gap fill back into 440. That's going to be my two top watches. Now, I do like the downside, right? I do like the downside, but the reason I'm a little hesitant with the downside is because we haven't seen any relief. People need to take profit. People are going to take profit, right? They're going to cover their positions in turns, creating a nice little bounce. We're down about 4% in a matter of 2 days with zero relief. We're finally seeing some relief here pre-market, so that's why I'm kind of looking for those long-sided trades. But I am open-minded to the downside, right? If we get below 430, it should be lights out realistically, right? So if we continue to see weakness, we get below this 430 level, we can just look to short those pullbacks down into 428, 425, and get our way down into the low 420s. That would be my mindset on SPY to the downside. Very simple trading plan today here with SPY. Just kind of stay patient. You know, if it pulls back into that 430, look for a long entry. If we get below 430, just wait for it to confirm below, and then we can look for those short entries, right? That's pretty much my mindset. Very, very simple. Going into market open today, we're actually testing a very big supply, right? You guys can see here, this was a major support that we're retesting as resistance. So this is going to be a key inflection point as well, going into that 436. QQQ, on the other hand, pretty much a very similar chart to SPY, right? Monthly chart still looks pretty good. Weekly chart actually looks better than SPY due to the nature that we haven't broken our big structure, right? So if you look at QQQ here, we're also approaching a massive demand. We have this previous resistance, turn support. Here we are approaching that same level again. So my mindset on QQQ is going to be similar to SPY. I'm going to be watching a continued pullback, right? So if we continue to see weakness, I'm going to be watching for a pullback back into this 355, 354 area, and I'm going to look to go long there, right? That's what I'm going to be watching on QQQ. 354, 355, bounce. 360 is going to be my line in the sand today. So this is going to be my kind of judge in terms of the upside, right? If we hold above 360, I'm likely going to look for some long entries for that move back into 360, 350, and that would be my game plan with QQQ. If we happen to absolutely rock it today, right, we get super strong, we just blow the top off, and we go straight into 366, 367, I'm going to look for a reject there, right? That's going to be my mindset. If we come up to 366, 367, I'm going to look to take this reject, and I likely will take it with size. I like this a lot. You guys can see this is a major support that was broken, and it's now resistance. It's a big pocket of supply, so I do like that a lot. Similar game plans on SPY and QQQ, just different levels. Just requires a little bit of patience, and that's what I'm watching today on QQQ and SPY. Now, let's get into actually creating the watch list. Have about 12 minutes left, so I want to maximize your time here. Let's see. First name I'm watching is Netflix. We covered this, I think, 2 Sundays ago. Netflix is approaching a massive, massive, massive demand, right? If you look at this chart here, we had a major previous resistance, resistance, resistance. This was a huge previous resistance. It broke out. We've been holding above it for the past couple months, and here we are retesting it. And you guys are probably wondering, why does it matter that we're retesting it? One, we're very extended. Look at this chart here. We've seen little to no relief. Yesterday, we did get kind of strong, and for those of you who remember, I had Netflix on my watch list for a long entry yesterday. Not many people were watching Netflix long here, right? This is what the chart looked like pre-market. I was watching Netflix for longs, and that's why we were opening into a major demand. Very extended, opening into a macro demand. That is what I was looking for in terms of a bounce, right? So it's a similar mindset today. Can you guys not hear? Someone said, did he start? Oh my goodness. Can you guys hear? Or was I just talking this whole time for nothing? You guys can hear, right? I hope so. Yeah, you guys should be able to hear. Can I get a couple yays or nays? What y'all got? Okay, cool. I was about to say, I'm tripping. Alrighty, yeah, anyway. Netflix, that's what I'm watching. That 380, 375 bounce. Very, very simple there. Meta, I also like as well. You can see Meta here. If we go out to this daily chart, we're holding a big macro uptrend. You can see we have the starting point, connector. This is the third touch. Meta's at a major support now, so my mindset today with Meta's going to be very simple. We're holding a big demand here on the hourly, plus that big uptrend trend line support. So my mindset is going to be, hey, if we get back above this 300 level, I'm going to look for long entries, right? You can see this was a very big level in terms of support and resistance. So if we can get a clean break and hold above, get that nice 5-minute candle closure, we can take that break and hold. If there's not volume on that 5-minute candle closure above 300, just automatically wait and look for the retest, right? Meta should see a nasty move into that 305, 309 area today. This is one of my top watches, right? So Meta above 300, and in the case the market gets weak, we have a beautiful structure to take a breakdown from, right? You guys can see here, this 292 level is massive. So if we can get weak below 292, we can flip short, right? Look for that break and hold below 292. There's volume, we can take the break and hold. If there's not volume, we can automatically wait for the retest, right? So that's what I'm watching on Meta. Very simple watch in terms of Meta. We just got to wait for it to move. If you guys want to get an advantage on the market, set alerts, right? That way you'll get notified before it happens. You don't have to watch the chart all day. But yeah, so that's what I'm watching with Netflix and Meta. AMD, I do like this 99-100 reject still. My only hesitation is the fact that we're bouncing off this big demand and this daily 200 MA. Let me fix this actually. It's a 200 MA on the daily. Right, I do still like this supply, right? You guys can see here on AMD, this is a major structure. It's a big demand that was broken and is now supply. This is also the 100 psychological level. Excuse me. So I am going to be keeping an eye on this area for a reject. This is high risk if the market gets strong, but I do want to keep this on the side watch because this is a big supply, right? So I'm going to keep my eye on this 99-100 area on AMD for potential reject, right? I will be watching that. I had that on my watch list as well. Outside of that, I really like IWM, right? I don't trade this name often, but when I do, it's usually pretty nice. Right now we're trading below a massive supply here at this 179.50, 180 area. So what I'm going to be watching on IWM is I'm going to be watching for a push back into that level for a reject, right? So I'm going to be watching IWM for a move back into 179.50, 180 for a move lower, right? I'm going to look for it to approach that area, look for weakness, enter with a tight stop above 180 and rock out. Or we could take it below 177, right? So I'll be looking for an IWM 179.50, 180 reject, or below 177 to go short. We have nothing but room below 177 down in that 172 area. Should be a nasty move. Yes, UPS. If you guys remember, we were just long on UPS, right? This was a swing that we caught. We entered UPS off of 155, sold into this 163 area after the gap was filled. UPS is now approaching that same 155 level. This is absolutely huge. Just look at the significance of this level, right? Every single time we've tested this level, pretty much for the past 2 years, we've absolutely rocketed, right? Every single time. And here we are, pre-market, testing the same area again. So this is a big inflection point for UPS. This is either going to be the support to push us higher, or this is going to be the floodgates that open, right? So my mindset with UPS is, and this is one of my top watches today, is if we get a break and hold below 155, get that clean 5-minute candle closure with volume, we can look to short UPS, right? This thing has nothing but room. I don't care what time frame you're looking on, UPS is dead below 155. So this is one of my top watches today. Absolutely love this. This is a kind of weird mover though, and contracts sometimes aren't liquid. So make sure you guys are taking next week contracts. If you want to be a DGen, take 0DTs, that's fine, but it's smarter to take next week contracts. It's one of my top watches today, UPS below 155. And in case you get strong, you can watch that 160 level as well for a trigger to the upside. But I like that that 155 a lot. All right, let's take a look at a couple more names here. See if we can get something going. all the good reject setups were kind of fucked up overnight due to that strength we've seen. So we'll see what happens here. Amazon is approaching a big demand. Amazon. Google. I love Google below 130. Google below 130 should be lights out. Google below 130. Yeah, I like this a lot. Google below 130. I'm putting that on my watch list right now. Google. Google below 130 should be very nice. I'm gonna keep that on watch. Apple. Apple we can watch also. If you look here on this Apple hourly chart, we're holding a major support, right? So Apple mindset's gonna be very simple. Apple, we need to get below this 173.50. So if we get a clean break and hold 173.50 on Apple, I will 100% take it short down into this 171.80, 170 area. So this is definitely worth keeping on your watch here, all right? Apple 173.50. If we can get below 173.50 on Apple, should see a nasty move. Looks very good, okay? That's something I'm watching as well. SPY, you guys know the game plan. I'm about to take this out and post my watch list. I'm going to go over it with you guys right now. If you guys got tickers you want me to check out, I'm going to hang around for about another 5 minutes or so. I'm going to go ahead and type up my watch list real quick while you guys post some tickers, and we'll get to it. The mentorship starts next month. Second week of October. Yep. Everybody's about to get an email here in a moment. I think we're full though. I think so. I only accept 8 people. So, and there was over 400 entries. Let's see here. So I'm gonna go over my game plan on QQQ and SPY one more time for you guys that weren't here. All right. So QQQ, right? QQQ. So watching that 355, 354 bounce, or above 360. If we get above a 360 and see a crazy move into 366, 367 today, I will look for that reject. Yes, I said 8 people. Sometimes 10, but usually no more than 10. AMD, we're watching that 99, 100 reject. And yeah, some people say, oh, well, I'm only, this is the thing. Some people really say, you know, hey, I'm opening a certain amount of slots, but really they have 100, 200, 300 people in their mentorship. I'm not the type of person. You can ask anybody that's done my mentorship. It's never been more than 10 people, maybe 12 at most. That way everybody can ask questions. It's still very personalized. I don't keep everybody muted like a lot of people. You're free to, if you don't want to type a question, you can ask me a question immediately. It's totally different. Spies can be a similar game plan. Watching the pullback into that 429.50, 430. Alright, you guys, sorry, I'm not good at multitasking. I just typed up my watch list. We have Netflix, AMD, Meta, and Google. That's what we're watching. Y'all want a discount code for the IG? I can create one real quick. I'm gonna turn it off though. Let me see. I post my watch list every day and you get access to the Google Drive. Give me 1 second. I'll create one real quick. Alright, there you go. Next 5 people get 50% off for lifetime. So if you go to my Instagram and you go to my page, it should say subscription. You click on the subscription. Next 5 people will get 50% off for lifetime. Exactly, Rico, exactly. Let's see here. Okay, someone said Amazon. We already went over Amazon. Nvidia, we already went over. Snow, let's check it out. Snow. Snow looks good. Below 148, yep. That's it. That's a good level HPS. Watch that 153.40 as well. Let's see what else we got here. Nvidia, we already went over. That industrial fan is my computer, sadly. So, there is no fan. Target, let's check it out. Wow, Target's very weak. I would actually look to pick up some Target long term at this 115 area. I think that looks very good. Target down at this 115 area, you could pick up some long term. It's a great hold. That's what I would look for in Target. Nothing much else there. Let's see. Yeah, same game plan for NQ. The levels would be, I'll go over them 1 second. Oh shit, it's already 9 o'clock. Yeah. I would watch that 15,000. So on NQ, watch this 15,000 psychological level. If we can get back above that, you can just look for long entries back at that 15,200, 15,250. Below 14,800, that is where the downside will slip in again. That's that big hourly structure here. So that's what I would watch on NQ. Same levels as QQQ, just obviously they're different because NQ is a lot bigger. But yeah, man. Let's get ready for market open. You guys know what I'm watching today. I'm about to post my watch list for you guys. Happy Friday. Let's have a great day today. Everybody trade safe. Don't do nothing too crazy. And yeah, I have another video coming out today for you guys. I'm going to post it right around noon. And then I'm going to post a TradeZella video on Saturday. So I have 2 videos coming in the next 2 days for you guys. And yeah, man. Appreciate you guys for tuning in this morning. Thank you for taking time out of your day to come kick it. Hopefully you guys got some value from this. You guys got the game plan. Let's execute. Have a great day, alright? Y'all have a good weekend as well if you don't hear from me, alright? Catch y'all later.